Hi there. This is Darlene from darlenestampinspot.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in San Antonio, Texas, and I'm here to share with you the Christmas version of my 12 weeks of Halloween for 2025, week 2. So this is the Halloween version. We made this sweet little tent treat box on Facebook Live this week. You can catch that over on my YouTube channel. And I'm turning it into a winter project. We don't have very many choices right now in the Stampin' Up! Online store for Christmas paper. So when I was creating this, this is a paper that had carried over, but has since sold out since I created this 2 days ago. So if you still have this paper, this is the Winter Meadow Designer Series paper. You can use that. You can obviously use any Christmas paper that you have. So I just had to get a little creative, and we're going to use a paper from the Nests of Winter. It's the one that's got all the birds. This is actually in our annual catalog, and we're going to use this fun Coastal Cabana print that I felt like it just looked like snow, a snowy background. So it's going to be winter more than Christmas, but it's what I have right now. I'm also using the Choose Happy stamp set. This is what I used for the pumpkin, and we're going to use the little penguin image and the winter joy. So this is a great stamp set. You can get lots of little treats, or even make a little 12-month calendar. There's all kinds of ideas with this, and I'll have links to everything that I used in the description below. All right, so the first thing we want to do is, let me show you the pieces. This is Night of Navy, and this is 4 by 11, and we're going to score that on the 11-inch side. So on the long side, we're going to score this at 3.5, 5.25, 8.75, and 10.5. And you can find all of these measurements on the inspiration sheet on my blog, darlenestampinspot.com. It's the same exact measurements, everything, as the Halloween box. So we're going to do 4 3/8. So we want to score a little tick mark in the center of these sides. This is how we're going to get those angles right there. So 4 3/8. So 1, 2, 3, just a little tick mark. And then 9 5/8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then you're going to rotate that to the left, and we're going to score at 2 3/4. And that'll form the bottom. Okay. Then we have a piece of the Designer Series paper, and this is 3.5 by 8. And along the 8-inch side, we're going to score this at 1/2 inch, 3.25, and 6 1/8. And I'm pretty sure that's it. Okay, I have the largest of the banner dies from the Nested Essentials. No, Stylish Shapes dies. This is the largest of the banners, and I just need to trim off 3/4 inch. So I'm just going to go over to that, take the tip to the 3/4 inch line on this side, and we just need to slice that off. Okay. Let's do our stamping, and then we'll put the box together. I've got, where happened to it? This also Stylish Shapes, second smallest circle. So I've got my Memento black pad that I made out of our uninked white, and just filled it up with Memento ink. I love using Memento ink now. And we've got our little penguin, and he's going to stamp nice and solid. Love it. Okay, and then in Night of Navy, I've got the winter and the joy. So I'm going to stamp the joy first. And near the bottom. And then winter. We're going to stack that and kind of try to center it. There we go. All right, and then we're just going to do a little bit of coloring on our little penguin with the pumpkin pie Stampin' Write marker. We've got several orange choices, so you color him however you want. And we're just going to do his feet and his little nose. And that's it. Okay, I'm going to put this off to the side for a second. Let's score those diagonal lines on this one. So I've just got my ruler, and I don't want to have to keep turning this and making it awkward. So what I like to do is just leave it at a diagonal like this. And I'm going to take my stylus and put it on that tick mark that we made. And then I'm going to slide my ruler down and make sure that I'm right here in the corner where those meet. So from here to here, and I'm just going to score. And then so I don't have to change the angle, I'm just going to slide this down and do the same thing. Okay, and then I just have to change the paper direction, and we're going to go and do the other side. So from that tick mark to the corner, and then the tick mark to the corner, just like that. All right, so now we can do a little bit of folding, and then we'll do some cutting. So we're just going to fold on all of those, the straight lines. You don't need to score those diagonal lines that we just made. And I want to make sure I give these a really nice crease so that the box will stay together and that wrap will have an easier time sliding onto the little tint box. Okay, so cutting, we need to cut off this little rectangle here at the end, and we're going to angle it just slightly here, and then this becomes a glue tab. And then we're just going to cut up the score lines, stopping at the first intersecting score line. I'm going to grab my tear tape and my little gift card holder, or my gift card, and I'm just going to put this almost to that score line. Okay. Now this first large panel to the left of this adhesive tab, this is the front. So I'm going to flip this up, and I'm going to put adhesive here. And then we're going to put, we're also going to put adhesive here. I just don't want the little flaps all flopping around. I like to glue these down. You don't actually have to. And then we need adhesive one more spot. This is going to go together like this. So those are going to go down, and then this is going to go down. So we need to have adhesive right here, because if you put it here, it's going to be exposed, because this doesn't quite, there's a little gap, okay? So we just want to put it here, and then I'll show you. I'll stop for a second and show you. You can see where all the adhesive is, okay? So you have your tab. This is the outside of the box, so flap, flap, and then the bottom edge here. And then on the inside, we just have the bottom edge here. So this, and remember, this is the front of the box. Okay, so what I want to do first is take off the backing from this one. And then if you fold over, if your adhesive tab is on your left, fold over on the second score line from the left, the first score line from the right, and those should line up. You just really want to make sure that the top is flush, and then you can give that a good press. Okay. And so then now this is the back of our box. So let's take off the side, the center one, and then the other side. And I like to stand it up and kind of get it square on my table. Now, these are going to go down first, and then this is going to come over like that, okay? And then we also need to remove this liner. And then, again, just making sure that it's square, then this is going to come over. I've got a little bit exposed here, so let me just kind of fold that over onto itself. And there we go. And then you can come in here and press all those down really well, make sure they're all stuck, and there's no adhesive exposed anywhere on the inside. All right, and then let's take a little more tear tape. Let's fold these on the score lines first. So you've got your 1/2 inch tab, and then you've got your 2 score lines. So the adhesive is going to go on the 1/2 inch tab, just up, right up to that score line. Should be all of tear tape, and then remove the liner. Now this one you're just going to press in where we made those diagonal scores, and that's going to form the side of the box. That angled side. Okay, now this, you kind of have to, you can't fold it flat and do it like we did the box. So I'm just going to bring it up, and I'm just going to do one side and then kind of bring up that other side. You just want to make sure that that cut edge lines up with this folded edge here. So we made our little tent. So this is where the seam is. So that's the back of my box. This is where the seam comes around. So this is the front, right? So this is going to be a little tight going in the first time, but if you just take your time and gently slide it in there, and it's a really nice fit so that nothing's falling out of there. All right, and then to open it, you just kind of push like this. Now this will hold a gift card, and then I've got 2 of the regular size Ghirardellis, so that'll all fit in there. And then it'll also fit, I've got some of these, the peppermint puffs, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 fit really good. How about the 5th one? Let's see. Depending on how much air is in the little packages, you could fit 4 or 5 down in there. I'm not going to put anything in there because that goes in my expired candy bin. Just so I kind of always have something on hand. I think you can buy those all year long though, but all right. Now we've got these pieces. And we're just going to put these together and we're done. So I'm just going to use some seal. There we go. And I like to hold it upside down so that I can get this piece to line up with the edge of this. And I'm just going to come in about 1/2 inch. And before I really press it down, I want to make sure, because now my finger's stuck, I wanted to really make sure that this piece that we trimmed off is at the top. There we go. And, well, I moved it. There we go. that's just going to go down like that. I probably could put it over a little bit more. In fact, let's try to do that gently. There we go. Let's just move it over a little bit more. I just like how that looks, so you can do however you want. And then we're going to grab a dimensional. Let's see, we've got the crusts left on that page. This is going to come right here. And then I went ahead and grabbed the, this is a combo pack of ribbon. It comes with silver and gold, 1/8 inch gold and silver combo. So I'm just going to take a little bit out. I'm just going to tie a sweet little bow. All right, let's cut it from the spool and then we can adjust it. Let me grab a glue dot. Let's adjust it first. So I just want to hold the knot and then kind of pull the tail. So you can make it whatever size you want, but I thought that looked cute like that. And then we'll just trim the ends at an angle like that. Grab a glue dot. These big glue dots. We'll grab a mini glue dot. I can't wait till the holiday catalog comes out and we see the Christmas paper to make these in all different patterns. So here you go. So regardless of what kind of Christmas paper or Halloween paper or birthday, whatever your season or occasion you're making these for, just have fun with it and use up your supplies. So here are the two. And that is what I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will link the Halloween version in this video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.